is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Everybody look at Al. He's not ready. His mask is on.
His mask is on.
Not ready.
Show his mask.
Fix your mask, Al.
I've been here for a long time.
I know, he just can't get it in. Because he wears 3 masks to work, which is very safe.
Very safe.
A lot to take off.
We love you. Take your time. The camera will go on me. All right. Welcome to DBL, everyone. It is Wednesday, February 24th. I'm Tori here with Al and Lindsay. Let's get
Ready now.
You ready?
Yes.
Good to know. All right, we've been following the latest for everyone on Tiger Woods' horrible rollover car crash. The golf legend is awake, responsive, and recovering from a shattered leg. Surgeons inserted a rod with pins and screws to rebuild his shin and calf bones. The road he was driving on in LA is notorious for accidents. I've actually known people that have crashed in that spot. TMZ Sports got this video just before the crash showing Tiger in the SUV traveling along the winding roads minutes before the first responder on the scene described on the Today Show what it was like discovering that it was Tiger in that car. Take a look.
I asked him, you know, hey, can you tell me your first name? He looked at me and he said, Tiger. And it took me a half second, but I saw his face and I thought, oh yeah, you're Tiger Woods.
Wow, there are reports that Tiger was in a rush to meet NFL players Drew Brees and Justin Herbert for a golf TV tee time before the crash. And many are wondering what his injuries will mean for his career now. I know his ankle is also really, really badly injured. What I thought was so interesting was the amount of coverage we got yesterday. Like, it was nonstop, 24 hours. Everyone led with it. Everyone talked about it. And you realize what an icon Tiger is. And we grew up with Tiger. I mean, he was like 3 when he started. So I thought, is Tiger sort of, he's like the Michael Jordan of golf. What does Tiger Woods mean to you, I guess, Al?
I mean, he's a transcendent figure.
Yeah.
Obviously, in golf, I think the first time that, honestly, people that weren't of a certain class, golf was considered a very elitist sport just because it's expensive to play. The equipment is expensive. But let me just say this, Tori. Everybody's wondering about where his career will go with this. I hope it's over. I hope his career is over.
Because his body is like falling apart.
It's his body,
Yeah.
but also it seems to be his mind. I watched a documentary, and he seemed like a person that was just starting to figure out that there's more to life than golf. It seemed like a person that was completely equipped for golf and nothing else.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods is going to have 60-some years to spend on this planet, and we've seen what happened to athletes, Lindsay, that are unable to transition into regular life.
That's an interesting take. You hope
I
it's over.
really hope that he's done.
I think the conversation about what is he going to do next in his career is so abrupt, when really, did you guys see that car? He's lucky to be alive. When I saw that and saw that he's just alive, I'm like, that's enough to me to just say
Just
thank
stop
God.
right there,
Because the story would have overwhelmingly been that Tiger Woods, something worse happened, and that would be a story that we would be talking about for the rest of the year. And so I'm happy that he's okay and recovering, and we're getting reports that were kind of extreme in the beginning that are pulling back a little bit, saying that he's more healthy than we thought he was in the beginning.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank God he's alive, first off. And I watched that documentary too, and he seemed to have compartmentalized his world into golf and nothing else. I completely agree. Maybe that is a good thing that he can step away for a second. Someone said they did see him speeding out at a really high speed, and that combined with that turn, it's just not good. So we are wishing him all the best. Conspiracy theories, huh? We know about them, right? They're nothing new. Well, they've definitely become more common lately, am I right? Now, the latest conspiracy theory that's taken off on TikTok is about the snowstorms in Texas last week. They claim that the snow that fell from the sky was actually planted by the government. Some have even put this, quote, government snow to the test in certain videos, like this one that's been viewed more than 3 million times.
Someone said do it with a blow dryer. Plugged in, on. Go get snow. Here we go. Highest setting, hot. Not melting.
What the?
No drip.
No drip.
No drip. Not dripping. Still a snowball.
Boom.
So there's another video where she actually tries to melt a snowball with a candle flame, but the snowball itself turns black. So that's weird. What's going on with the snow, right? And why are people so quick to think that the government is responsible? Well, it turns out there's an explanation in science, and it's called sublimation. Sublimation, excuse me. I should have asked the pre-med person who had his mask on when we started, which is when a solid like snow or ice skips the liquid phase and goes directly to gas. That's why you're not seeing any drops coming off the snowball. It's just becoming water vapor. But it does lead you to believe for a second, if you first saw that video, wouldn't you have been like, whoa, I get the inkling of it.
I think there's a reason why me particularly, I majored in journalism, because this was like, whoa, we need Dr. Coley. I don't know what's going on. Like, I looked at that video and I was like, huh? Because I know I touched many snowballs that melted in my hand. So I don't know what's going on here. And I know it's not funny because conspiracy theories go a long way. People saying Bill Gates did this, the government did this. But I understand initially watching this on TikTok why people are like believing conspiracy theories. And I got caught up. Yes, you do. You go on YouTube and you end up in a vortex and watch like 20 reasons backing up the lie that they're telling in these conspiracy theories.
Lindsay, first of all, she should take that hairdryer and finish her hair.
She should finish her hair. It wasn't done. It wasn't done.
That's the real problem I see here. Honestly, I look at these things with the government. First of all, my question is whether you've paid attention in science class, which clearly she did not, which is fine. I've had many students like that. Like, how did the government also make it cold? How did they do that? That's a little fun fact. What I don't understand
really good
about,
question.
About this, what I really worry about is these are funny, but these are also huge distractions. Instead of talking about the fact that in 2011, Texas had a cold snap in which the power grid failed, and they had 10 years to prepare for this, but they didn't. They went ahead and privatized it, so they did nothing to prepare for this. So it happened again, and they're going to let the government off the hook because they're going to say the government is so powerful that they're making fake snow instead of our government is so inept that they were unable to prepare our citizens even though they had 10 years to do so.
Well said, well said. The good thing about conspiracy theories is they're easily solved with science. With science.
Who knew? Oh, everyone. Okay.
Coming up on DBL, the Newlywed Game's Bob Eubanks is right here on DBL. He's sharing memories from his time on the game show that made up the fabric of so many people's lives.
I remember doing that show with him.
Really?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun on set.
Oh, man. And a mom's sexy social media post got her kids expelled from Catholic school. We got to talk about this. Should they be punished for their mother's actions? That's next. Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Jared? Jared? You in there, fat butt? Jared?
Shadow Stevens and Hello Square.
I'll agree with that.
That's it. I don't know why, but circle gets a square.
At DBL, we're always on.
I'm in control. We're trying to give a conversation up here.
Shouldn't he be held accountable?
Absolutely.
This is where I'm going to push back.
Is this my shocked face?
Tori, I will walk up the set.
You should.
This February, DBL is all new
I agree with Al on this one.
every day.
Yeah, wow, I said it, Tori. Yo. I'm in control.
Welcome back to DBL. A big shout out to our coworkers tuning in from home during the pandemic. We miss you. I haven't seen some of their faces in a year. That is
looking right at 'em.
crazy. I'm looking right at them.
In real life.
In real life. Thank you, Lindsay. IRL. All right. Well, a California mom says her 3 young kids were expelled from their Catholic school after her racy pics were discovered online. Now, we have a warning. Some of these images contain adult content. Crystal Jackson says she makes.
How is she not a black woman?
Stop it.
Come on. Lindsay, have you ever met a white woman named Crystal Jackson?
I know a black girl named Crystal Jackson.
She should be helping you at the DMV.
Went to
Like,
school
sir,
with her.
you need 2 forms of ID.
She's a good dear friend.
Crystal's the best name ever.
No way. This white woman's name is Crystal Jackson.
Okay.
Crystal Jackson
Stop it.
says she makes more than $150,000 a month. You heard me right. $150,000 a month, posting photos like these on the subscription-based site OnlyFans. But after a group of moms found out about her side gig, they informed the school, and some even sent the photos to the principal and church officials. Crystal said her kids should not be punished for her pictures, which were taken by her husband. Camera. Still, the school says her involvement in the adult website is in direct conflict with its values. BS. Why are the kids punished here? That is so unfair. This is a legal, consensual site. She's done nothing wrong, and yet the kids will be punished for this. How is that right in anybody's mind?
I feel like moms are, and I'm saying this because I have mom friends that tell me these stories. They're super judgy against one another when it comes to schools and how you're raising your kids. Mom shaming is a real thing that's like trending all over on
Sam
Facebook.
talks about
You'll see these conversations. It's like, well, I didn't do this. Why didn't you do this with your kid? And so for moms to take those pictures off social media or off of her OnlyFans and send them to the principal and to church, basically saying this is how you should behave when she's a grown woman with a husband taking pictures of her, you know, I think that that's really obnoxious. And then for the kids to be punished is really extreme.
What if it was in the rules, right? So the Catholic schools, like your whole family has to abide by certain moral values. She clearly didn't abide by that. Do you see it okay to be punished by that?
I don't know what we're talking about punish. I mean, if the kids are out of school, you can move. And you know where you're going to move? Rack City, all right? She's making $150,000 a month from that. You can homeschool your kids for that.
Yeah, but that's...
Who cares?
I think
Who cares?
No, they want to. The kids still have friends that they want to hang out with and see their kids.
Expelled.
When you were a kid, you didn't think about being homeschooled when you were in a school with your friends. If you just got pulled out of that lifestyle.
When I'm in my private pool, I'll be crying. Look, $150,000 a month, Lindsay. If this is the only punishment, it's unfair. It's misogynistic, even when it comes from women. But honestly, if you're weighing the pros and cons of the situation, I feel like she came out on the positive end.
Well, I'm glad she's making this public, because at some point I just don't understand why the kids are punished for something the mother did that, let me remind you, is legal, consensual, and done by a loving husband. You can come at me, and I know you will.
What about moms that do many of different careers, like pole dancing or anything? Are they going to also get their kids taken out of school? Like,
yeah,
she was fully dressed. She had on undergarments that you see every celebrity in.
She was baking.
You see advertisements for Victoria's Secret, and I'm confused.
Yeah.
Lawsuit.
It could be defamation.
It's also great adadvertisements as well.
For OnlyFans?
That's going up to $200K.
No,
$200K
for cooking, Tori. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, for OnlyFans. I got it. I'm on board. Coming up on DBL, we're throwing it way back with game show host Bob Eubanks. Oh yeah, he's right here on DBL and talking about his iconic run on the Newlywed Game.
This was... Freezing temperatures and winter weather can mean more than just power outages and burst pipes. It could also mean more potholes. Let's connect the dots. Winter weather is one of the main causes of the dreaded pothole. That's because roads are more than just asphalt on the surface. That is just the top layer. Underneath is a thick layer of rocks and soil. Sometimes when it rains, that water can seep below the asphalt. When freezing temperatures hit, the water under the road's surface expands, shifting stuff around, and when it melts, the pressure from something like, say, a car can cave in the pavement, creating a pothole. It gets really bad when you get into a cycle of freezing and thawing. The afternoon sun can melt the water, while colder temperatures at night freeze it again. It creates a cycle where the subsurface of the road is constantly shifting and can create some pretty massive potholes. And while salt can help keep ice and snow off roads, it can also make the pothole problem worse. That's because it lowers the freezing temperature of water, which means you can sometimes increase the frequency of the freezing and thawing cycle when extreme cold hits. All this can lead to a pretty bumpy ride by the time spring arrives.
More urban or rural?
I don't know what they mean. Heck, he's urban.
He's urban.
Yeah.
How long has he been that way?
For about 2 months.
2 months he's been. Do you think there's anything he can do about it?
He went to a doctor.
Oh, he did?
I can't get enough of that show. Welcome back to DBL. That was Bob Eubanks, host of the iconic game show, The Newlywed Game. We caught up with him earlier. It's fantastic. Check it out.
There he is.
Yes.
Welcome to DBL. Of course, Bob, you hosted the show off and on for 5 decades, and it really became such a huge hit because, as we just saw, people were hysterical, and they would tell you anything. How did you get people to open up like that?
Well, I found out that if you laugh at people, they give you nothing. But if you laugh with people, they will just keep talking and talking and talking. And I just learned I could get an answer from one couple, and I would watch the other couple, and I could tell by their responses and their body language and such that I was going to get something pretty funny from them. So I just learned how to make people talk. But no, I didn't meet them before the show. I didn't want them to feel that comfortable.
Bob, I got to tell you, it's an honor talking to you, man. You are a true legend, so thanks for joining us here on DBL. But,
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Oh, well, it's great for me. Bob, I got to ask you, with everything being so sensitive these days and everybody with the cancel culture, do you feel like a show like this could work today, or would you have to tweak a lot of things involved?
Well, you know, things have progressed, I guess, maybe not progressed, but have moved forward. When I started, they wanted me to say make love, and I wouldn't say it. Because I didn't think you should have to explain that to your children until you were ready to do so. So Sinatra had a hit record called Making Whoopee. And I came to them, I said, hey, let's just call it whoopee. And it could be anything at that point. So that's how whoopee became a 4-letter word, really.
And well, I'll tell you this, as a parent, we appreciate you saving us an awkward conversation. So thank you for that. Now, obviously, this show was created back in the '60s when it was a very, very different time. But you actually, showed this. You sold the show, which is almost impossible. It's unheard of, without a pilot. How did you do that? How did you walk in and just say, "This is the show. You need to imagine it"?
All right. You may not like this, but here we go. The boys from New York flew out to see what this format looked like. Chuck Barris invented the Newlywed Game. And we had to sit in an auditorium, and I had 4 couples there. And couple number 1 was an unknown comedian named Dom DeLuise and his wife, Carol. But what sold the show, down at the end, was a cute little blonde. Now, remember, this is 1964. Television was real quiet. And I said, what's your favorite nickname for your husband? And she said, Nun Nuts. And the ABC boys got up, went upstairs, and bought the show without a pilot.
You know magic when you see it.
Answer.
That's awesome.
Hey, Bob. Bob, I always love getting like little behind-the-scenes tidbits. Is there a story that was really funny that didn't make air, maybe too controversial? Maybe you couldn't go there, it kind of sticks out in your head?
Well, you know, there's that famous story about where's the strangest place you ever made whoopee, and the lady gave an answer. But I'm telling you, 10 times a week people will say, "Oh, I saw that." They didn't see it because it didn't get on the air. You see, she said this terrible thing. I said, "No." And it was a lady from New Jersey, and I said, "No, you can't say that. I need a location." She said, "Oh, okay."
Yes. We actually have that clip. We found it. Here it is.
Well, it never made the air, though.
Girls, tell me where specifically is the weirdest place that you personally, girls, have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee?
In the
No, what I'm talking about is the weirdest location, the weirdest place.
location.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bob, okay, so clearly you meant location as in geography, not a body part.
Yeah.
What went through your mind, and why did it become like this urban legend?
Well, everybody, you know, manufactured what she said, but we all know what she said. And I got calls from NASA. You know, they were having a meeting, and they said, "Did that really happen?" I said, "You got to be kidding me! Go to the moon, for God's sakes!" You know,
That's funny.
It was just crazy, you know. But I will tell you, if I learned how to make them talk, I learned that if you stare at them, if you don't put them down, you make them feel comfortable, they'll just rattle on and on and on. And one of the problems that I have with game show hosts of today is if they're actors or comedians, they have a real rough time letting the contestant be funny or the format being funny. I produced Buddy Hackett's You Bet Your Life television show one time. And if someone made a funny line on camera, he couldn't stand it. He would go after them and nail them. And that's not a criticism, by the way. It's just comedians and actors are stars, and they will not let anybody else become a star on the camera.
Truly are a legend. Thank you so much, Bob Eubanks. We appreciate you.
As you just saw, we had such a good conversation with Bob that we totally ran out of time and didn't get a chance to talk with him about what he's up to now. Well, it turns out he's teamed up with this product. It looks so cool. The 60s Up Balance Board. Bob said it's changed his life. He's much steadier on his feet and able to golf again. For more information, go to 60up.com. We'll be right back. He looks good.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
I'm so excited for this interview. Joining us is legendary music photographer Rob Shanahan. So let me just ask you the main question. How does one go from being this kid in a small town Minnesota place to becoming the personal photographer of Ringo Starr? There wasn't like a posting in the paper. Like, how did you get there?
Well, it all goes back to dreams.
Pretty soon we're going to be leaving the cold and the snow behind as we enter warm weather and springtime. And for a lot of us, that means allergies. But amid a COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of people on social media are wondering how to tell the symptoms apart. So let's verify. How can we tell the difference between COVID-19 symptoms and allergies? Here are our sources. Dr. Greg Poland, the director of the Mayo Vaccine Research Clinic, and Dr. Sarah Narayan, an allergist at Allergy West in Massachusetts.
It's a great question, and what I like about it is it's a really practical question that people are going to have to grapple with.
Let's look at the symptoms like this in a Venn diagram. Between those likely from allergies but not COVID, those likely with COVID but not allergies, and those that can pop up with both.
On the allergy side, we're listing sneezing, we're listing itchy, watery eyes.
Itchy eyes, itchy nose, those are not features of COVID.
On the COVID side, I would list the fever.
Shortness of breath, diarrhea, joint and muscle aches, loss of taste and smell.
Those are all things that we rarely see with allergies.
And then in the middle, which could happen with either one, would be other mild symptoms that somebody might have, like fatigue or headache.
Can just feel yucky.
And if you're feeling those symptoms in the middle of the Venn diagram, our experts say you should start with allergy meds.
If taking allergy medication relieves your symptoms, that's highly unlikely to be COVID related.
And of course, if you want to be 100% sure, you could always just take a COVID test to make sure you're negative. Reporting with your Verify, this is Evan Kozlov.
This February, DBL is all new every day.
No, I think that's ridiculous.
Really? Okay. Like, it is such a joke. I was shocked.
I meant for you to chime in on.
I don't know what you're saying.
DBL is just getting started.
Here come the Pistons.
I love this story. Stick with us in 2021. We're going to have a great year.
Welcome back to DBL. How far can your car actually make it after the empty gas light comes on? I have always wanted to know.
Mine went pretty far.
Everyone says pretty far, but I bet it's not. We're chatting about it in today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. All right, first, every car's different, but you generally have between 30 to 50 miles of gas left after the light comes on. Second, don't always trust the miles to empty reading. It's only an approximation. And lastly, think of where you are on the road when the light comes on. If you're stuck on the freeway, you'll be consuming more gas than usual. For peace of mind, get an auto protection plan from CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free
I am having a flashback.
What happened?
You know that I drive from Denver to LA to see my kids because I can't fly. And so you drive through Utah, and it's beautiful. It's a great drive. No gas station.
Yeah, there's no gas.
And I realized that because it's the mountain. There's no place to pull up for gas. And so, I'm just driving, and where you're like, I'm at a half a tank, I should stop. And there's just no gas stations. Then you're at E. And you're like, this is not good. Should I turn around? And, I learned my lesson the hard way. But, you need to plot out gas stations, especially in the American, Southwest, because there's nowhere to stop.
I'm so glad you're a dad, but didn't realize Utah had not a lot of gas stations.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the first thing I thought about when I thought about Utah, is their number of gas stations along I-70.
You're driving, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Think about the gas.
Beat him while he's down.
Sorry, DBL's new every day.
Lindsay.
We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you.